Hey everybody, this is Kai, and today I thought I'd post up a quick video review of the Forces of Valor BB39 Arizona diecast model. So this model is going to be in 1:700 scale, and I've had it for a little while now, and I know some of you have been asking me to review this separately, so I apologize for it taking so long to get up this review, but now that we're here, let's talk about this ship. So, before I begin talking about the model, first I'm just going to summarize the history of the Arizona. So, this ship is 90, well, assuming it would be still afloat, it would be 99 years old. So, it was launched in 1916. It was part of the Pennsylvania class, and at the time, it was one of the last super dreadnoughts ever made. And at the time, it was huge. It was actually a very formidable ship. I mean, it was a little over 31,000 tons, at least fully loaded. The beam was pretty big at 97 feet. And it had a pretty impressive armament of 12 14-inch guns. And I believe it had somewhere around 21, 22-ish, I can't remember, 5-inch guns as well. So it was a pretty powerful, compact warship. And you know, she didn't really see a lot of combat use, even though she was launched right before America entered the war, or World War I. She actually served most of her time as a training ship, and it's kind of cool. She actually used to serve only a few miles from where I live, so it would have been cool to see this ship kind of sailing down the York River. But anyways, her career was mostly just as a peacekeeper and a training vessel. She spent a little bit of time in the Med during the Greek-Turkey War. She was modernized in the late 20s, early 30s, and was stationed in the Pacific pretty much from that point going forward. Unfortunately, she is most famous for being lost at Pearl Harbor. I can't remember exactly how many bombs hit her. I think it was like 3 or 4. And unfortunately, one of the bombs penetrated, if I remember correctly, penetrated one of the turrets or somewhere close to the turrets. It's like 30 feet or so beneath the deck and exploded. And unfortunately, that explosion was so severe, it killed almost all the crew on board. I think it was like 1,177 people died. And that's pretty tragic. Now, there is a memorial in Pearl Harbor dedicated to the Arizona. In fact, the main portion of her hull is still there. So if every year in Honolulu, that's almost a must stop, especially for any person born and raised in this country. So now with that out of the way, let's talk about the model itself. And if there's a lesson to be learned here, guys, it's if we get one of these models, just go ahead and take it out the box right away. Because when I got this model, I actually returned the first one because this tower right here was clearly bending over. It was almost like collapsing. And I ended up sending it back just because there's just no way I could accept that for the money paid. I mean, this is nearly a $60 model. So I got it back, and it looked, I think you'd agree, from this angle it looks perfect, or just about perfect. But as soon as we do this, alright, you're going to see that this right here is already off. I'm not sure if the camera is going to show this, but when I raise it here, you're going to see this is tilting quite severely. And that's just really meh. I did not have any clue that it looked like that until I opened it like 3 or 4 months after I bought it. And by that time it was too late, and I was just stuck with what I'm stuck with. So I'm usually not that picky about things, but I think that kind of sucks. And especially when you pay, again, you know, $60 or so for a model. Otherwise, I mean, it would be a fantastic model. It really and truly is. I love the paint scheme on it. The detail is absolutely fantastic. I like the fact that the little 5-inch guns here can move around a little bit. And when you sit this next to the other models, I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic. It's just 2 of them that I got, this one being the second one. It's just like the quality control just was not that great. And I don't know, some people have had better luck than I have, but overall, I'm kind of frustrated at that. But ignoring that that tower lean right here, this is a very good model. And for those of you who've been lucky enough to get one that's mostly in okay condition, I mean, you absolutely, I mean, this is something that's almost a must-have for anyone who's into 1:700 scale warships. And as usual, the bottom of the ship is going to be die cast, and everything above the waterline is going to be plastic. And I think that's about it, guys. If you have any questions that I didn't really about something I didn't really cover, feel free to ask. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.